So here we go, we've got Isaac here and he's just going to take us through how he made his composition. So what was the first thing you did?
First thing I did was create the melody.
Okay, just take us through the steps that you did to do that then. What did you do? Set your track up and all that, how did that work?
Yeah, I set my track up, then obviously just clicked on the side, then clicked on an instrument track. How would you set up an instrument track? Just show me, just do it. Just as the easiest way to. Okay, and then once that's gone in there, what VST were you using? I went on synth and then Hallian Sonic.
Okay. Okay, excellent. When you've got that melody, how would you change the sound on it if it was the wrong sound?
Like I searched in what type of sound I wanted on the Hallian Sonic. I see. I'll show you.
I was going to say you could do it on the track you've already got set up, but that's fair enough. You want to go on then. Okay.
And then I searched.
So you
what
just
type of sound I wanted and then went through it.
Oh, okay, audition them. How were you auditioning them?
Judging, like, I created the melody first and then like judging which one sound best.
So letting the melody play and change the sounds as it played back. Okay. Okay. So how did you input the melody?
I inputted the melody by creating a block like this.
Okay, go on, keep going.
And then using the arrow key, double clicked into it.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a different type of sound, but I'll show you next. So double clicked into it.
Okay.
And then drew it in the different sounds until I got the melody I wanted.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So basically, just go back into that part again for us. What editor is this that you're in?
Just the key editor.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. I would just zoom out of that so we can see all the notes.
There's a shortcut. I think it's key.
Okay. Great.
Well, I normally use this, but yeah, there's a shortcut.
Yeah. You used a little fader at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so your melody, did you then repeat the same melody? Because it looks like you've got several blocks there.
Oh yeah, when I made my first block, like I kept it on a loop for 4 bars and then started adding in other stuff, but when it came to creating the track, then I added in, I had duplicated it.
Okay, can you just because you mentioned it there, could you explain how would you set up a loop? Like explain how you do the loop for 4 bars.
Like these 2 markers here, you set it on top of the block you want. There's a shortcut that you can do it where you can just press and it sets up like the whole of the blocks. But I only wanted 4 bars, so I started on 1, put it on 4 bars.
Yeah. So how does it? Will it when you press play now? Does it just then go round and round?
No, you have to get the panel like this button here.
Okay, alright, brilliant.
So it loops, but if it's not on, then it won't.
Okay, could you?
F2 is the panel shortcut.
Brilliant, excellent. Could you show us how you then actually duplicated that melody?
Well, basically, Control C, Control V, dragged it down next to the block.
And then dragged it where you want it.
Yeah, I put it there, so it just came there when I was selected onto the block and came to where I wanted it.
Okay. When you just then moved it about, it seemed to be jumping in divisions. How do you control that?
Clicked here for snap, so it snaps, and it came to snap to the beat, so I wanted it to snap every beat.
Okay, brilliant. Okay. Alright, so that's how you got that whole entire melody done. Did you do anything else to the notes? You know, like you penciled them in. Was there any other changes you did to them?
What do you mean, like pitch or?
Well, I'm guessing if you penciled them in, and if they were the wrong pitch, what would you do?
If they were the wrong pitch, I know in my head already what pitch I want it to be in it, but I'm not too good with like what pitches, like the names in it, so I just tested each one, and then when it was the right pitch, what it was in my head, then I kept it.
Just go back in there then. So just supposing that note was the wrong pitch, it was a little bit off, what would you do with it?
I'd drag it off.
Oh, okay.
And then obviously
drop
you
it
can't
where it
hear,
was.
but I can hear in my head in the headphones, which is the right pitch.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, anything else that you did to make this track? Did you do all the other parts in exactly the same way, or?
Nah, like this snare, I think it is. I did like a drum map GM, and basically that's like helping with drum patterns and whatnot, and like it's easier because it's already snapping. You can just click and whatnot.
What editor are you in there when you go into there? What's that called?
I think that's the drum map. I'm not sure. Drum editor.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. And those diamonds are the hits. How would you take one out? Just while we're here, if it was the wrong one.
Like normally I do that, but you can just what's it called? Just use this. Right there.
Okay, but if you want to delete it, if you want to delete the note or remove it, how would you do that?
I get the rubber.
Okay, and just.
Obviously, there's other ways you can do it, but it's items to do it.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, so that's how you use that. You mapped that to the drum editor, and then you went in there and you used what tool would you say you used to put all those like diamonds in?
This tool here. Oh no, sorry. This tool, the drumstick.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Yeah. And there's nothing else with the editing of that part. It's just quite simple.
It's quite simple. Obviously, there's different sounds there that I looked at on the keyboard, and this one's the one that I picked. Obviously, I've done it separately. This time I chose to do it separately like this. The bass drum originally was a drum editor in it, but I changed in it because, like, on the drum editor, there's only so much where you can click on this. Like, it's free where to click, so I wanted it in a specific place, and I found it easier to transfer it back into the key editor. And then
so you prefer to edit that in the key editor then?
Yeah,
okay.
but originally it was a drum editor.
Okay. Anything else that you did that's different? So mainly is you used most of your notes you clicked in. Yeah. Yeah.
On this though, like I got this off, like it's got loads of different effects.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
VST, so I used that to get this sound. It's like a sweep effect, and this I downloaded like this actual sound, and then added it where I wanted it.
Imported it in, like, and then added it. Okay. What would you describe? What did you describe this as?
This.
Yeah. What like?
It's like a plugin, like a VST. I don't know what this actual panel's called, but I know it's got like loads of VSTs and musical effects.
Okay. As a thing though, when you see this image, what you normally associate that with?
That's audio.
Audio. Okay. That's yeah. That's what I was after. So, in a sense, then your project is made up of. If you just close that. Your project is made up of audio, and what would you describe? Just a generic term that would cover everything else.
Everything else.
Besides, say these two tracks here.
Sure, piano roll, drum map.
When it's like these little block things.
That's it. That's the instruments in it, like already.
Yeah, okay, but it is, and then when you're clicking in, normally you'd refer to that as.
Sequencing. When you're clicking in with.
Well, yeah, like any of these things, these are like messages, aren't they? That then trigger a sound. They're not the actual sound. So just as a word, tend to use. Don't worry if you don't. You know, if you can't remember or a bit unsure.
Probably not.
Yeah, you will. But okay, what about that bass part? Was there anything unusual about that?
Not really. It was just the notes are longer. Like
Okay.
you can shorten and make the notes longer. So I made these notes longer.
Okay. How did you make then the track sound good? Did you I mean you get to a point where you finish composing it and then you start to mix it and make it sound better. What did you do there?
I added EQ in every single thing I've done.
Okay, brilliant.
And like fiddled around with each different panel until it sounded how I wanted it basically.
Okay.
I also went on a mixer and it kept clipping, so I kept that having to set the levels because some sounds were just naturally louder than others.
Okay.
So I just set them like so all sounded nice together.
Okay, brilliant. So it was well blended and what have you. And did you do anything else when you were in the mixer, or any other sort of additions that you made to make them sounds better?
In the mixer, oh yeah, I had the pans in. Like
Show us how you did that.
Like I used the pan here. Like you can use it in the mixer. You can use up there, but
Yeah.
I used it here. So obviously that's pan to the left.
Okay.
That's not pan. But like I didn't really pan the drums. I sort of pan like other stuff. So.
Melody lines, stuff like that. Okay. And did you add anything else when you were mixing down?
When I was mixing down, no, I was gonna add in a limiter on the actual on this, but then I decided not to because it deadened a lot of the sound. So I was gonna write down the paragraphs.
Okay. Did you add any other effects at all to anything?
I was gonna add in reverb. But
How would you do that if you were going to do that then?
I was adding in reverb.
Just imagine like an example where you might have put it.
Go to here with the effects and there says reverb.
Okay.
And everything.
So did you put it in and try it and then realised it wasn't helpful and took it out? Okay. Might need you to maybe just evaluate that in a little bit of written work of why you didn't end up leaving it in. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to quickly. Could you explain how you'd step input, say on a part? So say that melody. Imagine you want to do like some step inputting. Would you know how to explain that? There's a step input feature in Cubase.
Do you mean the thing what you can use to so each thing you press, then it moves a bar?
Yeah, it moves along like as you do it. Yeah.
Because there's a step input, and basically on the keyboard, when you press each time, it moves like a bar, and then you can use your melody like that if you want like a note each bar.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. How would you import a MIDI file into this project?
Add MIDI track. Do you mean
No, an actual file. Like imagine I said I've got a saxophone solo. It'll work really well with this.
Oh yeah, normally I just if it was in my documents, I drag it in and it automatically do it.
Okay, so okay, that's good. Yeah. You've done duration. You've done note position. You've done pitch. What about say like if the melody? Imagine the fourth note of the melody was a bit too loud. What would you do?
Change the velocity.
Okay, just show us how you do that.
You can turn it up or down.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. I can't. When you did your copy and paste a minute ago of these blocks, just remind me. Did you do that with the keyboard or with the mouse? Or but.
With the keyboard.
Okay. How would you copy this block purely just with the mouse only?
Click onto it. Copy.
Okay, excellent. That's really good. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Yeah, that's great. Anything else you want to tell me before I turn the camera off about making this track? What type of music is it? Where were you going? What was the idea? The Urology theme?
Like trappy type hip hop. Really, yeah.
Okay.
Rock hip hop.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay.